What is up, Renaissance crew? I'm the original Renaissance man, Devon DaVinci, and you're watching DaVinci Reacts. Now, I'm gonna be getting into a video that was requested by the QC. He's my administrator on my live streams, which I do at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Time. I'm sorry, on my gameplay streams, which you can catch on Twitch and YouTube. I usually stream them simultaneously. Right now I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2. I'll probably have more games in the future. If you happen to have any requests for games, you can also request those with the hashtag davincireacts tag for now. And QC has been one of my first big fans on my live streams, and he gave me a super chat and asked that I react to this video, which is Joey Diaz's mom's, or he asked for a Joey Diaz's mom video, but there's a lot of different videos in regards to Joey Diaz and his mom, so I picked this one. It is Joey Diaz's mom starts a fight. It's from his This Is Not Happening special. I hope that this is the right one. If it's not, you can always send me a link or information that would take me to the video that you did want me to react to. And for anybody that has a request for a reaction, you can always send me a reaction by leaving a comment with hashtag DaVinciReacts in it, and I'll go ahead and throw it on my list, and I will get to it eventually. As long as it has the hashtag, I will react to it at some point. Just know that I have a long list of requests that I'm currently working my way through, so it could take a while before I actually get to your video, but at some point I will get to it. And you can also do the same with Twitter. Twitter is probably a little bit faster because I don't have as many people sending me requests on Twitter. So if you go to my Twitter page, which is at Devon_DaVinci, I will be going through the list of requests on there as well. Normally, whenever I do a reaction to request, I will do 2 on YouTube and 1 on Twitter. You also have to follow me. Do not send me a request if you're not following me. You got to send me my follow before you go ahead and send that request. But if you happen to want to, like, if time is of the essence and you want me to react to something quick, then you can always send me a super chat, which is pretty much just a donation. You can do this on my live streams. Maybe at some point I'll open a Patreon or something like that. I don't know. But as of right now, that's the way to get an immediate reaction from me. So far, I've already had a couple people do that, and I've already reacted to the videos. So if you want to jump ahead of the line, kind of like a fast pass, feel free to send me a super chat, which you can do while I'm streaming, which I said is 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Usually I'll give a notification on my Twitter page if I'm going to be streaming on that day or not. So be sure to keep a close eye on my Twitter page, and if I'm streaming, then be sure to hop in. And if you want to send me a super chat, then by all means you can go ahead and do that, and I will react to whatever you request, as long as if it's above $5 or at least like $4.99. I don't want a bunch of people to like send me 50-cent donations and ask for requests. Not that the money isn't appreciated. I do appreciate it, but I'm just afraid that a lot of people will end up doing it if I put it at that price. So it's just $5 as of right now. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this. But before I do, well, 1 second. Before I do one last thing, the QC, the person that asked me to request or asked me to react to this, he does some music on his YouTube channel. So if you want to check that out, be sure to go to his channel, which is the QC, and be sure to listen to his music. I'll go ahead and leave a link to his channel in the description box down below. And his videos actually have a lot of hits. So I think he only has like 2 videos as of right now with in regards to his music, but they have a lot of hits. And considering, I think last time I checked, he had like 56 subscribers. The fact that you have 56 subscribers but have like thousands of hits on your videos, that's very unique. That does not happen often. When I had that many subscribers, I was lucky to get like 6 views. So you're definitely doing something right. And if you happen to be a fan of music and you want to discover some new talent on YouTube, be sure to check out his channel and watch his videos. So let's jump into this.
He's punching him right in the fucking queens. just punch him in the face. It's New York in the 70s. Nobody's saying dick.
This is the first time I've ever seen a comic special that begins
Welcome to This Is Not Happening presents
Kung Fu choreography.
I've never been to the show before. It's just a bunch of comics telling fun stories about real shit that happened. My friend of yours, Mr. Joey Diaz.
All right. This whole thing started when I got hit in the head with a lunchbox when I was like 5. I played hooky in kindergarten, right? I didn't play hooky. I didn't want to eat a fucking lunch school. And they made you bring a lunch. But on the corner was that hot dog dude that had the fucking orange drinks with the aluminum foil on top. For $1, you got like a hot dog and one of those fucking drinks, you lost your mind. So my option was, after like 3 days of bringing my mother's lunch, I said, fuck it, I'm gonna take the lunchbox, I'm gonna get a hot dog, and take the lunchbox and dump it in the Central Park in that little lake with the pigeons and shit. And I'll tell her I lost it, and fuck, that's it. I'll just go on a hot dog diet till I fucking die, right? So, third day comes, I snap, I say, fuck it, I go up to the corner, I get a hot dog, I walk to Central Park. I'm just about to dump this fucking Beetle lunchbox, whatever the fuck it was.
Why does he have to, like, get rid of the evidence? Like, you can easily just throw it in a trash can. Why do you have to be so, like, thorough with it that you gotta throw it into the... It's funny.
And the thing, and these 3 little Irish, Puerto Rican dirty fucks come up to me, right? And they're like, what's in the lunchbox, cocksucker? And I'm like, so I could have given them the lunchbox. But my mother was going like, don't let nobody fuck with your lunchbox. So something in me, I'm like, I'm not giving you this fucking lunchbox. I had like a sandwich in there and chips.
I'm going to throw it in the lake like I
And
intended.
I should correct myself. They didn't hit me with the lunchbox. They hit me with the fucking thermos in the head. And you could hear the glass and shit, right? So at the time, I was like a little, like, that was my first battle. See, you guys, you're young. You don't remember Bruce Lee. Like, before Bruce Lee, Chinese people were very timid. They'd walk around like, fucked up and shit. You know, once Bruce Lee came, he changed everything for a lot of fucking people. And I was one of them. I was an immigrant. You know what I'm saying? I came from Cuba. I didn't speak the language. But once Bruce Lee started bitch slapping motherfuckers, you had a spokesman.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Joey Diaz is from Cuba? Damn, I did not know that. I mean, it sounds obvious now hearing his name, but I always thought he was like Italian or something. God damn, that's almost like earth-shattering to me.
And I was one of them. I was an immigrant. You know what I'm saying? I came from Cuba. I didn't speak the language. But once Bruce Lee started bitch slapping motherfuckers, you had a spokesman if you were an immigrant. You know what I'm saying? Even if you weren't Chinese, it didn't matter. You had a fucking spokesman.
I'm a huge fan of Bruce Lee.
I was fired up. So I lived on Bruce Lee, Kung Fu, and shit after I got hit in the head with the fucking...
I own all of his books. The Tao of Bruce Lee.
I was a single mom at the time, so she made me stick up for myself and shit. But that wasn't nothing. That was just a prequel to what I was going to go into. My mother, after a couple years of being single, she got scared because I was always around women. My mom was hot, and she had hot little fucking dirty women around me. So she was always worried about me, that this kid's going to be soft and shit. So she hooked up with this fucking guy, Juan Tuero. And Juan Tuero was a no-nonsense type of guy. He moved in, and at night, for some reason, he'd stay in every night and make me banana milkshakes. And he taught me how to be a man. Like, he teach me how to fold my clothes, how to make my bed, how to wash myself and put underwear on, how to put VO5 in my hair and grease it back and shit. Oh, this motherfucker was smooth. And then at night, he'd play the guitar for me and sing Spanish songs. It was okay. So about 3 months into it, I'm off for the summer. And he used to be a bookmaker in the Bronx. They had a dry cleaning operation in the Bronx on Tremont Avenue. So my mom woke up one day and she goes, you got an option. You can go to Tremont with him, or you come to the Met game with me. Now, my mom was a big motherfucking Met fan, so we wouldn't even take a car. She was a Met fan. She didn't want to fuck around. She wanted to make the national anthem and batting practice, so she'd take a cab. So my mom was a serious fucking crazy bitch. When she got in a cab, it would be 1970. She'd throw a 10 spot on you just so there'd be no misunderstandings. Like, this is the direction we're fucking taking, okay? This is the route. Don't fuck around. I gave you a 10. Put the clock on, and I'm going to tip you over there. Don't worry, I'm going to scratch my pussy and smoke pot back here and drink and mix cocktails. But don't worry about me. It's me and my son. My mom was fucking wackadoo. So she gives the guy a fucking 10. We're on the way, and the guy decides to take a better route. What a fucking mistake.
Oh.
What a fucking mistake. He hits traffic. So now him and her are arguing. And this is when, no offense to nobody, this is before fucking immigrants came. Like, this is when there was white cab drivers. Like, this guy was like fucking taxi driver. He was a white dude with like a fucking glasses and a beard. He was a burly guy. So they get into an argument on this BQE or whatever the fuck they're going. And my mother makes them pull off. So she goes, I want my $20 back. They start arguing about the $20, the $10, whatever the fuck it was. And the guy's like, I'm not gonna give you the money back. So my mom goes, fuck it. All right, so she gets me out of the cab. And the guy opens his door. What a fucking mistake. And my mom pushes him and takes the ignition keys out. And in doing so, she cuts her hand. Big fucking mistake for this cab driver, right? So my mom knew how to work the fucking blood angle. So I'm like, Ma, you're bleeding. She's like, don't worry about it. I'm gonna call the fucking police. I knew deep down in my heart my mom wasn't calling no fucking cops, right? So she goes to the payphone. She's wiping the blood on her face. She's a badass bitch. That's a Cuban Jewish woman. She knows there's a payday coming, right? She's wiping that fucking blood on her face. She looks like fucking Carrie, right? When she got hit with the bucket, right? I can't believe they remade Carrie. Is nothing fucking sacred? Is nothing fucking sacred? Julianne Moore, you cocksucker. So,
yeah, everything's getting remade nowadays.
So, my mother's on the phone.
Yo, what if they remake Enter the Dragon? I will riot if they ever remake Enter the Dragon.
So, my mother's on the phone, right? But I hear her talking in Spanish. The police department, they don't talk fucking Spanish. It's 1970, right? They don't talk Spanish. So she hangs up the phone and she's telling the motherfucker, the cops are coming, bitch. Sit tight. And this schmuck is actually believing my mom. He's sitting there waiting for the cops with no ignition. So my mom had this dry cleaner / bookmaking operation on top of the dry cleaner. And the partner was Nelson. And then my dad worked for my mom in that office. So about 10 minutes in, I see the Mustang pull up. And it's Nelson driving, the Puerto Rican. And my stepdad's in the passenger seat. And they get out of the fucking car. And I run over like a little fucking half a frag. I run over and grab my dad. I'm like, you're not gonna believe it. He hit mommy. Oh my God, and all this shit. And Juan walks over to my mom. And he sees the fucking blood. And I had known him at this point, maybe 6 months. His demeanor just changed. Like he just got fucking pale when he saw the blood. Like he couldn't fucking believe it. And he just looked at the cab driver. And he grabbed me by the hand. So I walked up to the cab driver with him. And he didn't speak no English, right? He spoke like broken English, like, hey, what happened here, whatever the fuck, right? What happened here? ¿Qué pasó aquí, cojones? What happened here? What happened? I want to know what happened. ¿Cómo se dice? How do you say what happened? What happened here? What happened here? So the cab driver's, that fucking bitch, she fucking took the keys and one thing leads to another. Now the guy had glasses. All right, now one thing for sure, I was in the PAL on the corner, the Police Athletic League, and that's the first thing they teach you, don't hit nobody with glasses. And I was like sending it to him telepathically, like Carrie. I was saying, don't hit a motherfucker with glasses. So he was holding my hand. All of a sudden, finally, he let go of my hand and he pushed me like an inch. Like just a fucking inch. And he just went at this guy, guys. It was beautiful. He just started fucking punching this motherfucker. Pulled him down. He's punching him right in the fucking Queens. Just punching him in the face. It's New York in the 70s. Nobody's saying dick. He was just walking by. He's just punching this motherfucker. He's just hitting him. You motherfucker. And the guy's head is banging. And I'm like drooling. I'm fucking loving this. Bruce Lee could suck my dick. My stepfather's the king of New York, motherfucker. Fuck Bruce Lee. That's the movies. This is the bad Bronx. And he's fucking this motherfucker up. Right? And Nelson's standing there, my mom's standing there, like nothing. And I'm like, ha 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 ha. And we're all fucking standing there. And the next thing you know, the cops really come, right? But the car was double parked, the cab was double parked. And they couldn't see the guy getting beat up. So they got out like 20 feet away. And they got up like to see what the disturbance was. But Nelson and my stepdad were too badass. They got up and I saw Juan do like a dick. And I go, this motherfucker's got a gun. They're gonna shoot the cops, right? No, he was going in his pocket. And he did something and he cupped his hand and he greeted the cop. And when they both went up to me, he just shook the cop's hand, but he blocked the guy on the floor. It was fucking beautiful. The guy's on the floor squirming for his life. and wanted Nelson like fucking beautiful day today, huh? And all of a sudden his English was perfect. Beautiful fucking day. And they're going back and forth talking about the Mets and the Yankees. And finally after 8 minutes the cop goes, what's wrong with that guy? Ah, he got an argument with my wife. He came out and he fell, some shit. And that was the end of that. They go, fuck him, they got me. Here's the beauty of it. We never talked about it. Half of you motherfuckers gotta have like a family meeting. What you saw today will never happen again. We never fucking talked about it again. Then I seen him throw a beating on a guy like a year later for hitting a dog. Right? I saw him fucking destroy a guy for hitting a dog. Then about a year later, I saw him shoot a guy on 148th Street at a Santeria party. Dig this one. He shot him in the fucking leg. I loved it. We even went to Riverside Drive and threw the gun in the Hudson. We never talked about that for years. In 2006, I was eating with my stepfather, and I'm like, hey, remember that time you shot Nico on 148th Street? He's like, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about, right? But it's weird because it's funny and stuff, and you think about, you know, whenever like something happens at a school now, or there's like a problem with a kid, I always think about, fuck, you know, I grew up in a house with no artillery. Like this motherfucker had silencers, he had fucking guns, he had knives, he was tremendous with a straight razor. Tremendous with a straight razor. Fucking amazing. I seen him shoot a guy one time with the pepper spray. He was tremendous with pepper spray. He was just a man of 1,000 weapons. And I don't fucking shoot nobody. I don't carry weapons, so it didn't affect me that way. But for years, I thought, was it gonna affect me? And I got into fights and I got beat up. I'm no tough guy, nothing. But then something weird happened. I got married in 90 because I got this girl pregnant, right? And it didn't work out, right? I went to prison, got out, knocked her up, and it didn't get work. And then we had a kid together, so I tried to be a father, you know, and then the divorce didn't work, and it was basically around this kid. She was 4, you know, and this is what I found out about Juan afterward. Like as I got older, that the reason why he babysat me at night was because he was on parole for bookmaking. Listen to how bad this motherfucker was. He wasn't allowed in New Jersey. Lawrence Taylor is allowed in New Jersey. Tony Soprano is allowed in New Jersey. My stepfather was not allowed in fucking Jersey. This is what gets better. So it's funny because 20 years later, I'm married, I'm going through hell with this chick, and she's got a boyfriend who thought he was a fucking tough guy in Boulder. And he'd always say little things to me. And I knew I was gonna fuck the guy up. It was just in time. The problem was I had 2 felonies. I had 2 fucking felonies. So if you bitch slap somebody, you make it a good one. You gotta stab them and shit. Because if you're walking on ice, you might as well dance, right? So if you're fucking walking, and in the back of my mind, I was just starting to do comedy, and I had this new direction in my life. But I knew these motherfuckers were getting away with murder, and I knew I had to do something to this fucking guy, and I knew the day was getting close. So one day I pick up my child, she's 4 at daycare, and we're driving home, and I'm talking to her, and she goes, "Daddy, what does spick mean?" And I go, fucking spick is a derogatory word for Spanish people. You know, it doesn't bother me because I grew up in Jersey. I hear it all the fucking time, right? No biggie to me, but she was in Boulder, Colorado. Why should she hear this word? And I go, where'd you hear it? And she goes, every time you call the house, John calls you that. That was her stepfather's name. And I knew right there in the car I was gonna stab this motherfucker that day. So I pulled over, I had to meet them. Like I would pick up the kid at 3 and have it till 7 on Wednesdays. Then all day Sunday, and this one Wednesday, I picked her up and I had to drop her back off at 7. And that was the day that the kid told me there was a spick thing, right? And I go, fuck it, this is the day this guy's going down. So I had to meet him at a Safeway. And I pulled up to the Safeway, and there he was with his little fucking slippers on, his little fucking shirt on and shit. And I got out and I left the baby in the car, and I felt really bad. I had the 2 felonies, and I go, this is it. I already had a plan. I was gonna bitch slap him, and then I was gonna call my friends in Jersey to send me money for a fax machine so I could fax Jay Leno jokes. From prison. I swear to God, I was gonna do like 3 years. I was just gonna fax Jay Leno jokes. This was the fucking plan. I already had a plan. Some people go to prison without a plan. I was going to prison with a fucking plan, okay? You laugh all you want, motherfuckers. Big difference, right? So I pull up to the Safeway and I look at this motherfucker and I get out and I go, John, I know we've had problems before, but I gotta ask you a question. Did you say spick when I called the house? And he goes, no, I didn't. I go, fucking John. She's 4 years old. She got blonde fucking hair and blue eyes. She couldn't hear that fucking daycare because they call Mexican beaners. Spick is never fucking used. So say it, and I'll let you off the fucking hook real fucking easy. And he looks at me, and I can tell he's getting nervous. And all of a sudden, he's like, I'm calling the police. And I go, before you call the police, I'm going to give you something to go. and I stare him down. I fucking punch him with everything I had, and I felt really bad about it. I hit him with everything I had. For everything bad that ever happened to me in my life, I took it out on this cocksucker at that minute. And I punched him, and he looked at me all weird. And he goes, I'm calling the police. And I go, bam, one more fucking time. And then some lady's like, I'm calling the police. You know, some fucking Republican. Nosy bitch. Should be minding her fucking business. I'm calling the police. So they all fucking call the police on me and shit. Like a bunch of fucking whatever. And so I'm there with the baby trying to play like, you know, the good dad and shit, even though I fucked up. And 2 cops pull up, but I knew the 2 cops because I worked at a car wash and they used to always come in. And we talk about the Broncos, whatever all the mind fuck I had on my mind. And they come in, they're like, oh man, what's up? And he's like 30 feet behind me, so I got to the cop first.
So he did the same thing his dad
call
did.
Me a spick, you can't disrespect me, you know, blah, blah, blah. And the cop's like, no, Joey, I got your back on this. Forget it, you're done. So he writes me a fucking ticket. Here, I got these 2 felonies. I got like 3 joints in the car. My little daughter's in the car. This guy writes me a ticket and lets me go. John's got an ice pack on his fucking eye. And when I look back, I fucked up because my little girl was crying. That's where it gets ugly. I didn't fucking cry when I see my dad beat up the fucking guy, but times have changed. Times have fucking changed. Thank you guys very much.
Joey Diaz, everybody. That's the episode. Thank you. Fuck yeah, Joey. Thanks for doing that. He's the greatest storyteller in the world, you guys. He's awesome. Last week, I asked you to post your best curse words. Next week, I want you...
No, it's well past time for this promotion. I'm pretty sure this promotion already ended, so if you try to send them cuss words, it's not going to work out too well. Yeah, I've been meaning to get into Joey Diaz for a long time, but whenever I got recommendations for which skit I should try to jump into, it always ends up being not enough information in the requests, so I don't know where to begin. Like, I don't know. I'm guessing maybe the people that upload these Joey Diaz videos, they name them different things. Because like I said, there's other videos in regards to mom that have different names to them. And I'm not sure if this is the same one that you wanted me to react to. Like I said, if it's something that's different and you find the one that you actually like were thinking about, be sure to send it to me and I'll give it another reaction. Normally I wouldn't do this for a request, but for a super chat, I'm pretty much obligated to. So, yep, I really like this video. I will be checking out more of Joey Diaz. Like I said, I got other comedians that I want to try to jump back into as well, ones that I haven't seen in a minute. So I might have some more videos coming out tonight. I might start uploading videos maybe 3 at a time, because trying to do like 5 at once it takes a long time for them to get processed and edited and labeled and stuff like that. So like I said, I might start doing it 3 at a time. That way, if it does get too long, I can just at least have 3 out today, and then I'll release the other ones tomorrow. But, oh man, that was funny. I think everybody has that story about that family member that was, I guess, like the tough one. Like the one that like, oh, well, you know, I had some housework that I had to do, and there was like this big batch of poison ivy outside, and so I called my uncle, and my uncle came over, and he just grabbed it with no gloves on and just like ripped it out of the ground and just planted new flowers, and he never once got any type of irritation or anything like that. Or, oh, well, I got this dad, and he would I don't know, cook hot dogs, but whenever he boiled hot dogs, he like wouldn't even use a spoon. He would just like grab the hot dog out and then just like just put it in the damn bun with his hand. That's a true story, by the way. Yeah, everybody has that family member that does something like crazy like that, and I always identify as someone that leans to the left. I have no problem identifying myself as a liberal, but there's one thing that I will give people like conservatives credit for. A conservative that doesn't give a damn about other people, like in their business and shit. Like somebody that just goes about their own life. They don't really care too much about politics. They just, you know, they're just like the average everyday man. Like somebody that hunts, you know, go to a bar, drink a beer, stuff like that. They tend to be a lot more tougher than the average person. Like, you've never heard anybody in that type of lifestyle. Like, you never saw anybody like riding a motorcycle, drinking beer, what was I about to say? I was about to say like getting into fights and stuff too, but normally that's not really the case. But like hunting and things like that, you never really hear them mention things like gluten free or like really healthcare or anything like that. Like, they don't really give a damn. Like, they're just, oh, well, I'm just living my life. Like, that's it. I don't really care about what other people want or think. I'm just living my life. So I will give those type of conservatives credit. They tend to be a little more tougher than the people that lean a little bit more to the left. Now, if there is some story about some super powered SJW or something like that out there, be sure to let me know, because I've never in my life heard of anything like that. I've heard women that are very outspoken and can be pretty goddamn tough. So there's points for that. Like, I've heard women on the left be pretty goddamn tough sometimes. Anyway, that's been this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really like Joey Diaz. I will be checking out more of it in the future. And if you guys have any type of segments or jokes that like, if there's a video that's labeled for something or something he does in one of his specials, be sure to give me a recommendation for it, because like I said, I don't really know where to jump into, and I can't really react to an entire special at once. I mean, maybe I can in the future. Might make it like a DaVinci watch video. If you guys don't know how that works, I will explain the rules to a DaVinci watch video in the beginning of one of those videos, so you will hopefully have time to be able to adapt. And if you happen to know any type of segments, be sure to leave them in the comments section. You can always leave a hashtag davincireacts if you want me to react to it. But Joey Diaz is still someone that I will be watching at some point. Anyway, that's been this video. If you liked it, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share. And I'll be moving on to something else. So I'm the original Renaissance man, Devon DaVinci, signing out. Deuces.